Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Mackie here playing Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, which has something like 700 collectibles, and you definitely do not need a guide for every single one. Also, none of them are missable, so you have nothing to worry about. But what you do need is this video, as it's going to help you find the exploration books that'll allow you to have all of the in-game collectibles shown in the in-game maps. That way you can just grab things as you play the game. It'll be way more efficient and way more fun to grab the collectibles using these books instead of following some 12-hour guide. Now, for some of the books, you're going to have specific keys or outfits or solve specific puzzles, but a lot of them are also pretty easy in terms of being available at vendors. The first books you'll come across are available with Ernesto, who is a character you'll have to meet during your playthrough of the Vatican, and they'll sell you a camera. They'll also sell the books for all of the mystery locations, artifact locations, note locations, and book locations for the Vatican. You'll just need to actually pay for them, and for some of them you need to come back after making more progress. If you're struggling with money, I'd recommend either doing the boxing rings or just looting enemy bases as much as possible, including breaking open the small wooden lock boxes. Now, some of the exploration books are earned or found in the in-game world, like for example the Marshall College Guide, which will show you all 10 of the note locations in Marshall College, which you can revisit if you missed one. To get the Marshall College Guide, you need to complete the Savage Discovery fieldwork, which is started by finding the theft report in the tent as soon as you exit the first building. And at the end, when you turn in the fieldwork, you should find the college guide sitting on the desk next to the person you talk to. The next exploration book I'll show you will mark all of the Vatican relics on your map, and it's earned by completing the House of God mystery. And in order to get this, the easiest way to do it is from the courtyard, go behind the stage, and then travel up the scaffolding to enter through a window. Here you will find a puzzle, and what you can do is basically just use the lever to open up the left side to get a medallion, use the lever to open up the right side to place the medallion, and then that should open up a golden chalice. Place the golden chalice in front of the house to open up the compartment at the bottom middle, inside completing the Vatican Relics book and the House of God puzzle. Last but not least, for the Vatican, we can find a exploration book that adds all of the medicine collectibles to our in-game map. And to do that, I was doing the mission called A Nun in Trouble, which is a field work, but you'll also come here as a part of a couple of different things you can do. But you'll come into this kind of museum area that is tucked away in the back. And once you come into this open area, you should find a tent in the back right corner where you can find a locked chest with 3 notes inside. You can use those notes to deduce the day of the week, look it up on the codec, and figure out the passcode to open the chest. If done correctly, you'll know the solution is 6380, and upon opening, you want to grab everything inside as well as the map guide. Next, we move on to Gizeh, and similarly to the Vatican, we have a vendor who will sell us a key item here, which is the lighter. Their name is Asma, and they're available in the city near the top right of the map. But once you do talk to them, you will be able to buy up to 4 total exploration books from them, including artifacts, books, mysteries, and notes. You may have to come back for a restock once you have enough money. In the Gizeh open world, available on the map in this location here, you'll be able to find a small outpost with a few rabid dogs. Use your whip in order to calm them down so you can actually enter. And once you get into this camp here, you'll be able to locate the relics guide on a box. Just pick it up before you leave. The medicine locations in Gizeh can be found by completing the Cloud Atlas mystery, which is available somewhere near the middle of the map. You'll find this small little outpost. There are a couple of enemies in here, but if you go inside, you should be able to loot a couple of pieces of paper. This will also then start the mystery where you can open up this chest. In order to solve the mystery, what you're going to be doing is finding the dates on the Cloud Atlas page near the bottom left corner. Compare that with the logbook of the types of clouds there were during those days, and that should spell out your code, which is 0609. Open up the chest and find the medicine inside. Gizeh also has a new type of collectible known as Frequencies. There's only about 4 frequencies per map here, but it's near the very top of the map inside the huge enemy outpost. I believe you'll come here through the main adventure mission, the Idol of Ra, and inside of this large building, go through here and find it in the train car at the back. It's advised you use a uniform to not have to fight all of the enemies here. After Gizeh, we'll have a brief mission on the Kummetz, a brief mission in Shanghai, and then we'll be brought to Sukhothai. And this is our next opportunity to get more of these exploration books, including the ones for the Kummetz and for Shanghai, but we can only grab them once we get to this location. So the first 4, as in the previous locations, are available from the vendor. The vendor for this area is named Tongdong, and you will have to come here as a part of the main mission to buy the rebreather from him. He also has an extra map for the cog wheels and the 4 that you're used to from the other vendors. Now, if you missed a collectible during the Kummetz mission, you are in luck, as there is a exploration guidebook that'll show you where you can find all of the notes. However, for this one, you will be required to have the Royal Army uniform, as this gives you the Royal Army key, and this book is located behind an area that needs a key. So let's go ahead and grab that uniform, which is near the north of the map in Voss's camp, to the left of the main building in this small washing area. With this uniform, you can head up into Voss's office, which is at the very top of the big building. Feel free to equip the uniform in order to make your journey here a little bit easier. And now that you have the Royal Army key, you can use it to get into the locked area behind his office. Here you'll find a skill book for Jumbo Throttle, as well as the Kummetz guide. Now, maybe you didn't miss any collectibles on the Kummetz, but you did miss a collectible in Shanghai. Well, you're in luck. There is a Shanghai guide. I'll show you where on the map we are here. We're kind of near the middle, but on the far left. And here there's a very small dirt path you can dock next to, jump off the boat, and grab the Shanghai guide. Next up, I'll show you how to get all of the relics on your in-game map. For this, we're going to be going to kind of the very northern tip of the map, even further than Voss's camp. You will have to dock your boat, get off, and go through Voss's camp to get here. But at the end of this path, you'll find a small little puzzle based on the elephant, and you'll have to use your lighter to open up a door, finding an elephant inside. Use the pressure plates to open up the door to the left of the statue. And once you open up that door, you'll be able to go inside. More notably, at the end on the table, you'll be able to find the Relics guide. We also have an exploration book for all of the 4 radio frequencies on Sukhothai. And this one is also inside of Voss's camp near the north of the map. In the main big building on the main floor, as you enter from the front, take a right-hand turn, and here you'll find a couple of different things, money inside of the drawers, but notably here, you're going to be able to find that frequency map guide, which I picked up quite quickly, but you'll see on screen. We're in the home stretch with only a few left. The next one is for the medicine locations, and it's rewarded by completing the timely arrival mystery. I showed you on the map where exactly we are, and if you hop into this enemy encampment here, you'll be able to find a lockbox inside. The solution is found in the code lookup table, but it is 59404, and once you put that in, it should open up and reveal some cash inside, as well as the medicine locations. Last but not least, we have the Ziggurat guide for the final mission of the game. This is a kind of short and linear level, but you'll be riding the elevator shaft down to the very bottom. There'll be some things that happen along the way, but once you do reach the bottom, I'll show you where I am on the map, although it's pretty obvious, and again, this is a short linear mission. But once you reach the bottom of the elevator shaft, you can hop on out and find the Ziggurat guide just on the right-hand side on some boxes. This will give you all of the collectibles for Iraq. And with all of the exploration books, you are pretty much set to get the 100% in this game for all of the notes, mysteries, and everything else in between. Don't forget to check out my other Indiana Jones and the Great Circle videos. Drop a like, share the video with a friend. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.